If you can hear me, just give us a second. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning. We will be here soon. Good morning, Instagram. Give us a second. We're going to get Facebook and YouTube online. Just a second. Give us just 1 second. Let's technical difficulties. It's real sunny here. I'm seeing you guys all check in. It is sunny here. Okay, you guys can hear me, which is fantastic. So I'll just keep talking until we get the audio going. Good morning. I see, 9 inches of snow yesterday. I was just saying everyone's checking in from someplace sunny, which is fantastic. Okay, so they're saying, there we go. Hi. Okay, hello, everyone. Hi. Good morning. It is Thursday. It is 9:30. It is Cotton Cuts time. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Sun. That time changes this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. And that's going to be a swift kick in the pants on Sunday morning when you have to wake up earlier. But that's okay because I will take it for the sunny days and waking up and actually seeing the sun on the way to work. Good morning, everybody. All right, we have an exciting topic today. We get to talk about all of the lovely Cotton Cuts boxes that we ship each month because we're talking about Cotton Cuts Platinum today. This has been a project that's been in the making for a little bit here. We had to get some technology set up on the back side to be able to enable it, and we are super excited to launch it today. It is live. It is on the website. It is fantastic. It is amazing. Okay. But before we get to that, we have to go over all of our regular good stuff. In Northeast Indiana, it's cold and cloudy. Yeah, that was us yesterday. Wind, ridiculous. I am so glad it's gone. Welcome the sun. Okay, so we're going to start as we always do with questions that are submitted by you guys. These are here on the desk when I sit down, and so we will just see what we're going to be asking and learning about today. So our first question comes to us from Holly Guthridge from Knoxville, Tennessee. Good morning, Holly. Holly says she's struggling when choosing the right batting for my quilts. Can you explain the differences between cotton, wool, and polyester batting and when to use each? Okay, so we did a whole live on batting, like a couple months ago. And we talked about all the different types of batting and when to use batting and different ways in which you should use it depending on your project. And so there's some key fundamental differences in the batting and how you quilt them and the distances between your quilting lines. If you're using a polyester, you can typically go further between your stitches that you're quilting. If you're using a cotton, it has to be closer. Those are recommended by the manufacturer. Cotton, wool, and polyester, those are big budgetary differences. I know when I used to think of wool, I used to think it was more expensive than cotton. Those numbers are actually coming closer together. Polyester is by far the cheapest. Polyester, it's a plastic, and so it will last longer than a cotton and a wool typically will. But all of this, check out the live that we did a while ago on this. And I think I'll ask you guys, is this a preference or is this a function? For me, I always use warm and natural. That's my go-to. I don't think it matters on the project. I always use warm and natural. I don't know if there's any reason why, other than someone once told me that was the batting to use. But so when you're selecting batting for your quilts, do you choose based upon your preference? Do you select based on your budget, or do you select based upon what the project's actually going to be used for and how it's going to be deployed when it is gifted or when it is used? So go ahead and put that in the comments. Let's help Holly out together and kind of see where we all stand on the batting question. All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for the question, Holly. I so appreciate it. Our next question comes to us from Claire Wilkinson from Durham, North Carolina. Good morning, Claire, and thank you for your question. I love modern quilting, but I struggle with negative space. Do you have any design tips for making it look intentional? Okay, so all right. Modern quilting, one of the elements that defines modern quilting is having negative space. And so having big areas of open space. Now, usually modern quilters will keep big swaths of negative space because they want to put intricate quilting in, because they want to be able to put a lot more. They want to use it as an art canvas to draw in space to make it more intentional and be a home for intricate design quilting pieces. It's interesting. So the way that Clara phrases this is design tips to make it look intentional. And so, it's art. And I feel like if you put it in, it's intentional. And so I think it's more just, if you're going to use it, it's there by design. It is your choice to use it, and therefore it is intentional. If you're uncomfortable with it, I think that's probably the better question. If you're uncomfortable with all this negative space, then perhaps, use it as a canvas for a more intricate quilting. or break it up and put kind of stripes in it, put sashing in it, make it look less negative. But I feel like it's more, the question's not intentional, but more comfortable. And so if you're not comfortable with it, it's your quilt. Make it what you want. If you think breaking it up would make it look more natural to your eye. And of course, it all depends on, I guess I'll call it the positive space. If we call these big open areas the negative space, I think we'll call the spaces that have the not big open space positive spaces. So maybe expand your positive space and make less negative space. And so obviously this is all up to you. It's all in your own eyes. And I feel like if you put it there, it's intentionally there. And so are you comfortable with it? Then that's a second question. But if you put it in your quilt, it's intentional and it's meant to be there, and you own that. And if you don't like it, that's okay. You can always gift it. It's still functional, right? Just because it has negative space doesn't mean that the project and the quilts lose their function. And so you can definitely still use it for all. All right, I'm checking in on the batting. So yes, Terry says she uses what her long arm quilter has. Yes, I am in that same boat too. If my long arm quilter has a specific batting and it's a specific price point, I use whatever they use. I don't force my batting upon them. I definitely want them to be happy as they are quilting the project. Terry Cooper says she uses Warm and Natural. Let's see here. Rachel suggested the live when she asked a few weeks ago about batting. Yes. And so definitely recommend watching that. We had samples of the batting on that show as well. Let's see here. Greta says she chooses her batting on first where and what it's going to be used for. Yes. And so there's definitely some nuances there. If you're making something for a kid that's going to be washed a lot, that needs to be able to hold up over time versus perhaps a wall hanging where it might not necessarily matter. And it all depends on your budget. I've definitely had fleece used as batting and quilts just so I can stitch the layers together because it didn't really necessarily matter. These quilts back here, guys, I think since they were just hanging on the wall, we had whatever scrap batting we had lying around. That's what we used. I see lots of Warm and Natural, 80 and 80/20. Look for a sale. 100% cotton for the same reason. It's what, and so on Instagram, it's what she was taught and what was best to use. Thank you guys so much. I love batting. We have a whole show on it. Definitely go check that out. Holly Claire, thank you so much for your question about intentionality and comfort in negative space in your design aesthetics. If you have a question for us for next week, go to cottoncuts.com/live, submit your question there. Paula goes through all of them and then sets them here when we sit down. Now, I do have a quick point. So some of you very intrepid detectives have been keeping an eye on our set. And so we have little elves in the shop that like to come through and move things around. And so this right here, unfortunately you can't see it on Instagram, I'm so sorry, where it says my wish list is fabric, 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 thread, fabric. We have been misspelling those and seeing how long it would take Paula to catch it before she fixed it. Or we've been adding things to the set. So we are going to encourage you guys just to keep an eye out and see if you can spot where our elves have been working. They added little gnomes to the set. Over time, they added little like placemats, little paperweights. So it's just kind of something fun just to see if Paula was paying attention. And so one of you guys spotted it and brought it to her attention before she caught it. So definitely, just as you're watching us, just for fun, see if you can see what moves, see if you can see what shifts. All right, so let's see here. Don't forget, everyone, give StreamYard your permission. I see everyone's done that. I can see all of your names. It makes it just easier for us to be like, hey, Greta, we love that suggestion. Or hey, Savannah, we love Warm and Natural and Hobbs as well. All right, and don't forget to stay to the end. We will have a giveaway today. We're going to give away a $25 gift card to our shop for all of you that hang with me until the very end. Instagram, I see lots of votes for bamboo batting. Bamboo is something I have never used, but I would aspire to use it, and I think it would depend on the project. But again, we talked about the pricing. Bamboo, wool, and cotton are all coming much, much closer together. So I think that mindset that bamboo is more expensive as batting is probably something from 5-10 years ago when it was first on the market, but they are all coming closer together as manufacturing practices improve. Okay, next, what's happening in the shop this week? So we are almost like this close to done with Flyaway. I think we have less than 100 whole quilts to go, guys. We are so close to getting them out the door. Our second die cutter, our 2 die cutters arrived yesterday. The one that we've been using is a loaner from the manufacturer because they had some delay in parts. So our 2 new presses arrived yesterday. We're going to get them set up and we're going to get them validated over the weekend, and we're going to blast through the last of it. But like I said, we have just this many left to go. They're going to be on their way as quickly as our team can package them together. And the good news is all Clue 2 month to once are going out on time tomorrow. So we're We're working as hard as we possibly can to get those done. Thankfully, the machines are here. Thankfully, our team is fully trained, and we're just going to like blast through them and get completely caught up the next 2 weeks. It's going to be amazing how much we're able to get done. Bobby, I actually know one of yours is done and the second one is going to be shipped today. So Bobby, you should get yours very, very soon. Oh, Pat Vizino is it's a fantastic point about batting is you may have to watch where your products are being made and imported. I think that's just in general life this day, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on where your batting is sourced from, because it might change the price significantly. Plus also a big box store is closing all their stores, and I think that's going to reduce some of our access to batting, and so we may have to be more comfortable buying bolts online from different manufacturers. Let's see here. Yes, Gianna, Rosie was a loaner. So all those videos we had, that was a loaner from the manufacturer. We actually have so to be clear, it's like Rosie 2, and Rosie 3. I feel like we're just going to name them that. They're all the same piece of equipment, but it was just on loan from the manufacturer. And so we'll get whole new pieces of equipment. We'll still be able to use the same dies, still the same process. But they realized they were late and they wanted to keep us going because we had you guys waiting, and we wanted to make sure that people could get their things as quickly as possible. All right. Definitely check the tracker. It's going to start moving today, tomorrow, and into Monday. Let's see here. We talked about the die cutters. Last week, we talked about Mystery 5.0. If you guys missed that show, definitely go back and watch it again. It's a new mystery for cotton cuts. It's going to start this summer. We are doing a kind of practice mini mystery, and on March 29th, we listed those kits. And you guys, my gosh, you just sucked them up. You guys, it grabbed them so quickly. They sold out in less than 24 hours. It was awesome, but we don't want to leave anyone behind. We definitely want to give everyone a chance to experience the new mystery. So we're going to be doing a Shop Your Stash. If you're not part of the Mystery 5.0 Facebook group, hop on over there now. We're posting pictures. Every day for the next couple days on the different colors, different kind of motifs you should be looking for with the 5 fabrics. And then our show next week, I'm going to cover all of them and how you should think about fabric selection. Now, for all of you eager beavers that want to get started and want to get those fabrics picked out, I mean, I would look at the swatch cards that we have on the website, the pinks, the blues, the greens, and you can shop your stash and perhaps find something that's in a similar tone. I did see 2 people did that yesterday. That's a fantastic way to start. We've actually designed this quilt block using those fabrics. And so if you, we've designed it, so if you want to use that as a basis, you definitely can, but we're going to give you guidance like this is the focal print, this is the coordinate, this is the background, and you can shop your stash. We want to make sure everyone can participate. It is free to participate. You are definitely going to want to join us. It's a cute block. It'll be a fantastic mini quilt, a table runner. Let's see here. Roseanne Standish is asking, is it an online class only or directions coming with it? So the pattern will be up in our group. And so the pattern and the videos are going to be in our group. You should be able to access them if you cannot attend on March 29th, just to get a feel for the process. We're going to be introducing a new character. So that's something unique to Mystery 5.0 is that there's a character that's going to continue throughout the whole program. And so you get introduced to that character in the mini mystery. So even if you can't participate, even if you see the block and you're like, it's not for me, I get it. That's okay. You're definitely going to want to get that story element because that's going to continue in the mysteries that come and follow. All right. Oh yeah, definitely join the Facebook group. More to come on that. Okay, so now what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about Cotton Cuts Platinum. So I talked about Cotton Cuts Platinum in our What's Coming in 2025 video. And so this has been a project that's been on our hopper for a while. We have a lot of fantastic subscriptions at Cotton Cuts. We have Classic, which is the very, very first one that we launched with in October 2016. And you guys still love. We still have a lot of people that love Classic. And it is heartwarming that it is still here and we are still doing it. Then we have our Modern Maker and our Java and our Chroma. And so we have these fantastic boxes. And when you subscribe, you can join one and we'll send it to you 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and then it renews and it keeps going. And we want to be, lean into that part of us that is preference and customization. Everything we do has preference and customization. There's a reason why we have 5 different colors when we did the mini mystery, or 12 to 15 different colorways for the PMQ. We want to give you choice and preference. We don't want to be a get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's not super satisfying. when I started the company, I've talked about it, that I subscribed to a lot of other boxes, and it was like, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. And like, I didn't make some of the patterns. I don't like some of the fabric. And I wanted to make sure we give everyone a chance to lean into having a choice into what you get. And we also get that, you know, some of our memberships like Chroma, after you get a couple months of thread, you might not sew that fast and it might not be a fit for you. So that's where Platinum comes along. So Platinum gives you a choice each month to decide which one of our main 4 subscription boxes you would like to receive. So would you like to receive Classic, Modern Maker, Java, or Chroma Super Pop? And so that when you sign up, you're going to sign up for Cotton Cuts Platinum, and you're going to tell us kind of what your default box is. But each month you're going to get an email, and we're going to be like, this is what this month's Chroma is. This is what this month's Java is. This is what this month's Modern Maker is. Which one would you like for us to send you this month? And so you literally will click a button, and that'll be the box that's going to show up to you. And so this is just a fun way to give you a little bit of, you know, flexibility, right? We have a lot of very cool stuff, and we want to make sure that you guys don't get burned out is probably a good word. Like if you get the same box. Now, some people love that. I get it. I appreciate you. I love you. But if say like you're like, I've got batik bundles and I'm in the middle of a batik project and I don't want you to send me another batik bundle, but I would love it if you sent me thread. That is for this type of person. Let's see here. I'm going to answer a couple questions before I dive into what each of these boxes are. So Terry is saying it's going to be on YouTube. No, so Mystery 50 is it's all going to be in the Facebook group, and it's all going to live there for this mini mystery. When it comes to the main mystery in July, that's going to run more like a traditional mystery where we email out the clues and we put them on File Camp, and you can participate that way. But right now it's all living on Facebook. Let's see here. Bobby, send an email to help, and Cheryl will get you all sorted on File Camp issues. Let's see here. Rachel's excited about Platinum because she likes the variety of choice. Yeah. So let's jump into that. So we thought this would be a fantastic opportunity to review all 4 of the Platinum memberships and show you guys what some examples they are, and just remind you again why some of these are still cool and awesome. Okay. So we're going to start with the order in which they're going to ship in a given month. So the first one that ships is Java and Chroma, and they ship on the same day. They ship on the 10th of the month. Let's see here. So this is an example of a Java bundle. So Java bundles come to us as 12 fat quarters, and they are seasonally coordinated. So this is February, I'm going to say loosely seasonally coordinated. So February is traditionally Valentine's Day. And so this would be, a Valentine's Day mix of batiks. March is here. I actually have March. All right. Here's March. March is loosely St. Patrick's Day, and so it's green. And so each month in a year, it's 12 fat quarters that are seasonally themed to the month in which it comes to you. Now, with that said, each year is different. I think February's last year was like a lighter pink. March's last year was a darker green, but you get 12 fat quarters that are seasonally coordinated. Inside each box, you also get like with most of these, all of these boxes actually have this card. We like to give you a little bit of a motivational quote, and this one is, "Quilts are made with love and thread." And then on the back is an opportunity to download your choice of fat quarter pattern. And so these patterns are designed by Moda in partnership with us, and they're meant to work with 12 fat quarters, which is why we are, of course, giving you a 12 fat quarter bundle. And so in that case, there's 12 fat quarters to make this quilt. You have to put some backing in there and some background fabrics. But you get your choice of which pattern you would like to download as well with this membership. And you get a spool of coordinating thread. And so we like our Aurifil thread here. If you haven't tried it, this is a fantastic way to get a little boost. It is meant to coordinate with the batiks so that way they work together. And then one of my super secret fun things that comes with the Java memberships is our pencils. And so we have these, what we call Quilty Truth pencils. And so, these are old school, guys. Like, you got to have a pencil sharpener. We pulled one out of Dominic's backpack that was completely broken. But you have to have an old school pencil sharpener or one of those desk ones that you crank. And so they just have a fun little saying on it. It says, "Stitch by stitch, love grows," is what it says on this pencil. "Make today count" is what this pencil says. And then "Life's a stitch," right? So just fun little like boosts. I know people collect these. I've seen pen cups online of like all of our Stitchy Truth pencils in them. They're awesome. They're adorable. I mean, I still have an old school pencil sharpener. I know everyone's in the mechanical and nobody uses pens or pencils anymore, but I still think these are awesome and fantastic and fun to have in a sewing room. Now, they're not quilting pencils, guys. Like these aren't meant to be, I mean, you can definitely do whatever you would like with them, but they're not intended to be quilting pencils to be used for quilting. Savannah says she has a ton of these pencils connected. They're really nice. That's awesome. Let's see here. I'm going to read some of these questions again because we've got a lot of things coming in. So Patricia Menchaca is asking about our flyaway. We're doing a mystery within a mystery. And how do we find the answers? I will get our social media team to put out a post with what the answers were for Clue 1 because we did give away some prizes. Pat Vizino is saying Facebook is changing, that videos are disappearing. And so it's actually older videos and it's videos that were filmed live. And so they're actually going to take live video off the website, off of Facebook. So those we've archived all of our live videos, all of our old videos, we've downloaded them, but videos that are uploaded that are not live are staying for now. Obviously Facebook can change their mind and do different things, but we're on top of that. We've already downloaded all of our content. Where will the clues for Flyaway be loaded? So Flyaway started in February. The Clue 2 ships tomorrow. And so Roseanne, let me get Paula to respond to you and give you a more complete answer of that. February Javas. If you send a note in, we can see about getting you a February Java. Patricia. Oh, good morning, everybody. Okay. All right, so that's what Java is. So Java is 12 fat quarters that are seasonally coordinated. You get a spool of Aurifil thread, you get a downloaded pattern, and you get a Sewing Truth pencil. And then everything we ship, this is like very, very few exceptions, but everything that ships from Cotton Cuts gets our color challenge card. And so I've seen a couple questions about this, and we have blog posts and we put out information, but I just thought it would be a good opportunity to refresh our color challenge cards. And so these are cards that are meant to sew a 12 by 12 block together. And it has what I will describe as the modern quilting instructions, where it just tells you, shape and how to cut it out. And then it has pictures on how to stitch it together. There's no written words, sew this fabric to this fabric, but it's a very streamlined, condensed way to sew together a simplified block. And what we do is we send these out every month. It's a different card. So this is actually March 2025. So sneak peek if you haven't gotten a March shipment from us yet. This is the March block. So if you choose, you can stitch this block together and post it in the Cotton Cuts Fabric Facebook group. And we pick one person who has stitched this block together and you get a prize. And also you can choose to color on the back in the coloring grid the same block. And so same thing, post it in Cotton Cuts Fabric Facebook group, and we pick one person a month and they get a prize. And if you stitch all 12 in a given year, you get, I think, a $50 gift card. Like, just make the quilt, post it, and we give you $50. Like, it's awesome and it's great. But we ship these every month. And and they come out to you in almost everything we have. If you don't purchase anything from us, these are all still available on our website. You can download them as well. Okay, so that's Java. The next thing that also ships at the same day on the 10th of Java is Chroma. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back. So why is it called Java? So it is called Java because Java is the name of the island in Bali where batiks are made. And so I know people think Java of coffee. They think of like the caffeination that you get each morning. We actually named it Java because that's the name of the island in Bali where batiks are made. So that's kind of some history and a little tidbit there. All right, jumping to Chroma. So Chroma is thread. It's called Chroma because Chroma is color. And when we think about our thread membership, we think about color. And so the way that the Chroma Super Pop works is you get 3 large spools of Aurifil 50 weight that are also seasonally coordinated. So each month is a different color. This is March because March is green. Then there's in February, it was pink. And so there's a lot of different colors that we put into here. There's a full calendar on the website. If you were to join Chroma for a year, you would have 36 spools of rainbow coordinated threads that you could use. It comes with 2 solids, and then it also comes with the variegated right there in the middle. This is fantastic. Everyone that gets this loves this. If you're a heavy duty sewer, or if you're someone who, like me, uses dove gray and white for everything. This is a fantastic way to get outside your comfort zone and start stitching with color and introduce some chroma color to your life. Just like the Java, it comes with a pattern download. And so you get the thread and you get a sweet pattern. So it's the same patterns for the Java and the chroma. And of course, our color challenge block of the month. Thought it was kind of silly to put a spool of coordinating thread and a thread membership. So we don't do that for this one, but instead we actually do use the Quilting Truth pencils again. And so you'll have a fun little quilty saying on the pencil that comes with the chroma. All right, then we have our next box is our Modern Maker box. For those of you guys just joining us, we're talking about Cotton Cuts Platinum, which is the new membership that gives you the choice between the Java, the chroma, the Modern Maker, and the Classic. And so now we're talking about the Modern Maker fabric. So some background on Modern Maker. Modern Maker is a membership that I actually acquired when I was growing Cotton Cuts. So this was started by another person, and she got to the point where she was having her 5th child and she couldn't keep it up, and we were a perfect fit and a partner for her. So in that case, we bought it from her, and we had been shipping these lovely fabrics for, I think, 6.5 years now. Modern Maker is amazing. A lot of people love it. It is a different box than both Java and chroma. And so the way Modern Maker works is each month we pick a different modern collection. And so we shop from Moda, from Riley Blake, from Ruby Star, from Cotton and Steel, from all the Figo, Art Gallery, all the modern collections, and we pick a single collection each month. And then what we do is we put them into color stories of 3 colors. And so it's always a color story of 3 coordinating colors. For example, in this box, this was our green color story. We also had a blue and we also had a pink. And so for all of those, we put them together in full yard cuts. So this is 3 1-yard cuts of fabric. There are a ridiculous number of patterns for 3 1-yard cuts. But what we do is we also, with this box, we give you the same quote card and you get your choice of pattern download. So you get a free pattern with it that you can use these fabrics to make. And then we give you more information about what those fabrics are. So you can see in this, there's a pink color story, a purple color story, and a green color story. We give you the manufacturer. Just given access to fabric, sometimes it's nice to know that this collection is by this manufacturer and you have more information to go online and buy more at a higher level of confidence if you've already been playing with it. Now, the 3 1-yard cuts typically people use to make accessories, but I have been blown away by the people that have accepted the challenge of making a quilt with 3 1-yard cuts, and it is awesome and it is inspiring. It's amazingly beautiful. We also, with the Modern Maker, give you a spool of coordinating thread because, again, we love our Aurifil. And so we want you to be able to make a project. So see, this thread could easily go with this collection and you could have a project. It's a self-contained. You don't even need to go shopping for the thread. We're going to put it right there with you. And, of course, we've got our color challenge card. This one happens to show February's from last month. Let's see here. I'm just taking a look at the questions and the responses. Patricia's asking, does thread come in white colors? So when we talk about our chroma membership, when we go back to that, one of the months is actually neutrals, which is more whites, creams, and tans. And then another month is black and gray. And so we do have 2 months where we do tend to send kind of more standard colors. With respect to the Super Pop, which is the membership I showed here, it's always going to be 2 solids and a variegated. We do have other chroma memberships, not part of Platinum, that are smaller spools, and we do put a spool of white in there as well. We also have Essentials, which you can get 3 large spools of white thread, or you can do white, black, gray. You can do all black. You can do all gray. We have Chroma Essentials on the website as well, Patricia, if you're more interested in just getting larger spools of white. Winotha, we did not get a chance to talk about Tim Holtz. We're going to talk about Tim Holtz next week. The whole show next week is going to be on Tim Holtz. We'll cover a little bit more about the delays that are going on there and show you the next 3 months. Lonnie's saying she likes the 3-yard color box. Yes, this is a fun little box. I don't typically sew with yards, and I've grabbed one of these before to make a project. And all those patterns for 3 1-yards are meant to be like speed sewn together. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of having to come up with 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors of fabric. Okay. So that's our Modern Maker box. So the last box that is eligible for Cotton Cuts Platinum is our Classic membership. And so this is the one that started everything at Cotton Cuts, was our Classic membership. And so when I created this membership, I went through a thought process of, at the time, Stitch Fix was just getting started. Stitch Fix is you go online, you take a survey, and you tell your stylist what you like, what you don't like, and then they put together, they send you clothes based upon your preferences. And I was like, wouldn't it be fantastic if there was a fabric membership where I could take a survey and you would send me fabric each month based upon those preferences? And so that's where the Classic membership came from. So Classic is our oldest membership. This is how, Cotton Cuts flagship got started, was on our Classic membership. And so the way it works is you go online and you take a short survey. You tell us what you like, what you don't like. Say, for example, you love juvenile prints, you've got lots of grandkids, but you hate batiks and you never want to see a red fabric. You take the survey, you answer all the questions, and then we curate a bundle of fabric for you each month based upon what you tell us. You're paired with an enthusiast and you can update your preferences at any time, and we send you that box of fabric. Now, like all of our memberships, we have the quote card that comes in it, and you're going to get a free pattern to work with it. For this box, here is the actual checklist that our enthusiasts use. And what they do is when they're making your box, they go through and they check what they include in it. Since every box is different, all of these are personalized. No two boxes are the same. They go through and they check the box for what they actually packaged in based upon the preferences that you shared with us. And then what they'll do is they put together a box that looks like this. And so this would be fantastic for someone who likes earth tones and pastels. This is the fat quarter version. We also have a half yard box. If you do like half yards, you can get 6 half yards or 12 fat quarters. This includes a whole mix. There's some holiday in here. There's some juvenile. There's some blenders. But this is a whole different collection of fabric. It comes in a box just like so. So say, for example, we're a big fan of making sure that things have more than one use. And so you can actually describe what this box contains. We hate that you would think about throwing away or recycling these boxes. We want you to keep them, so perhaps they can be used for future projects. Let's see here. The box. Oh, and one of my favorite parts, we have a lot of things at Cotton Cuts that sprinkle in my love of New Orleans. That's where I went to college. And so with our Classic box, instead of thread and instead of a pencil, we include a lanyap. So lanyap is a word for like a baker's dozen. It's something that's included as just a bonus and as appreciation. And so each month our lanyap rotates. It just so happens that the one that we use for today used our famous Cotton Cuts pens, which is fantastic. So yeah, so that was the lanyap that was used for this Classic box. But it's a fun little boost. Folks like to take them out of the box, and my favorite part about the Classic is to take someone who considers themselves to be a modern quilter and in love with Tulip Pink. And then I find that reproduction that goes right with the Tulip Pinks. And then you're just kind of weaving in a fabric that person might not ever have known that they liked. And it actually works with what they like. And so that's one of the beauties about the Classic is it's an exposure to fabrics you might not have at your local quilt shop or have ever tried or ever sewn with before. I had actually never sewn with the batik until we launched this product because for some reason batiks were expensive. They were hard to use. They would bleed. And once I got the Classic membership, I started sewing with batiks all the time. People love the pens. That's fantastic. Let's see here. Misty, definitely reach out to help and we will get you sorted. Yeah, Elena, that's the problem with the pens here. We can never keep them in stock. They keep walking away. Everyone here keeps taking the pens. It's awesome. Great. I love it. All right. So those are the 4 options that are available for our Platinum membership. If you are an existing member in any one of those 4 and you would like to be converted over to Platinum, simply send our team an email at help@cottoncuts.com and they will move you over. The way that it's going to work is it's going to start in the month of April. So everyone that signs up today, or if we convert your membership over, it is going to impact Rachel. So they could hear the doorbells, guys. The doorbell is actually a delivery coming in. So we just had, Cheryl is excited. Something was just delivered. Okay. So I was in the middle. So what's going to happen is Platinum is going to start taking effect the month of April. So you have until now, until April 1st to get signed up. We're going to send everyone that signs up for Platinum an email. We're going to give you a sneak peek of what the 4 boxes are. You're going to click on your vote, and that's the box we're going to ship you next month. And then it'll start again in May. And so on May 1st, you're going to get an email. It'll be, here's what all the May options are. You pick on it, you click it, and that's what we send you that month. So we're excited about this. We think it gives, a new way of looking at a subscription membership. I don't think there's really any other company out there that's doing this where you sign up and you get your choice. Pat Vizino says it was Avon calling. My gosh, Pat. Avon, what a blast from the past. The ladies in pink cars. Oh my gosh. But so that way, it gives you a choice of one of 4 options. And so we like it. We think it fits with our brand. It definitely fits with our products and all the ways in which you guys love us. And it just gives us another different way of doing things. So let me check my notes. Let's make sure I got everything that Paula wanted me to cover. So flexibility, you get exclusive access to all of those. So there's no FOMO. There's no someone posting their classic box. And you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have gotten a classic box this month. No. And so definitely you get to save time by just, you sign up and we'll send you all the things you want. Now, if say, for example, you miss a month, say you miss the email, it goes to spam, or you're out of town traveling and busy. When you sign up, you get to choose a default option. So we're going to ask you, if we don't hear from you, what should we send you? That way you're never going to miss a shipment, right? Say, for example, you miss the email, whatever happens, and you sign up and say you want a Java, that's what you're going to get that month. That way we make sure you always get something every month, because things happen. People get busy. Emails get misdirected. And so you're going to choose a default option. That's what you'll get if we don't hear from you. So it also saves a little bit of time there as well. Let's see here. Is there a deadline to choose my membership for the month? So we're going to give you 5 days to reply to that email. We'll send you an email on the 1st and on the 5th to give you a chance to make sure that you're responding. Can you ship a month? Yes, Michelle, you absolutely can. So say we send the email to you and you're like, I don't like the color. I don't like the batiks. Like for me, like you guys know, like this would be my nightmare, right? Like if I saw this, like green's not a color for me, like this month, I would be like, I don't necessarily love green. If you want to skip a month, just reply to the email and we will skip a month for you and you'll get an email the following month. Again, all preference and all choice. We don't want to force you to take something that you're not going to love and isn't going to inspire you. Beth says she hears a lot of fabric getting cut. Yes, they have definitely been cutting this whole time. Not a single person has stopped. They are moving and grooving. All right, so thank you guys for hanging with me to the end of the video. Now we have our giveaway. So simply find this video wherever you can on YouTube, on Facebook, or on Instagram, and you're going to answer this question. So of all the things that we do at Cotton Cuts, what is your favorite membership and why? Find this video, answer that question. Paula will select one lucky person to get a $25 gift card to our shop. I think, my favorite, it's like Sophie's choice. It's like picking your favorite child. I think I love them all in very different ways. I don't think there's one that I love more than others. All right. So next week, we're going to be giving an update on Tim Holtz, and we're also going to be talking about Mystery 50 Fabric Selection. You are going to want to stay for that show and hear more about the new mystery. I think I am caught up on all the questions that I have seen. So if you guys have any at all, keep posting them. Paula will get on them and get back to you. And I think that is it for us, guys. I hope everyone has a lot of fun sewing this weekend. I hope you're enjoying some early spring weather, and we will see you all soon. Bye now, guys. And cut. Thank you so much for watching our video. We have so much fun making these, and we hope that you were both delighted and inspired by what you just watched. This video was sponsored by Cotton Cuts. Cotton Cuts is your one stop for all the best fabric and thread memberships. Love fabric? We've got you covered. Love thread? We've got you covered. We get that no 2 quilters are cut from the same cloth, which is why our memberships are as unique as you. We also have the largest block of the month in the world. Over 4,000 detectives solve our puzzle mystery quilts every year, and you can join them. Simply go to cottoncuts.com to learn more about all the awesome and fun things that we're doing. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to make sure you get all of our new fresh content every time it comes out. Thank you so much. Happy sewing enthusiasts, and we will see you soon. Bye now.